Hey, have you ever done a reorg of your files, of your scripts in Unity? Like, let's say we just move these files into gratuitous subfolder, and then you go back to Unity, and like all of your scripts have become missing, like missing and missing and missing, and it doesn't tell you even what script it is right now. Like, if it's just a simple reorg, we can just like Control Z it and back they come. But maybe sometimes we've just spent 2 hours doing a reorg, so we don't really want to just undo everything and redo the reorg, right? So is there a solution that doesn't involve Control Zing? So let's dig a bit. So say we move these into here, and then we've got our missing scripts. Bam, and then bam, and then bam. So Unity behind the scenes actually has meta files. So we've got these meta files here, and the meta file lets Unity track these files. But if we move the files within like Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code, it only moves these CS files, not the meta files. Let's Control Z that and show that. So Control Z, and let's wait for that to come back. So we've got all the scripts back for now. Where are we? Here, right? And here. Right, now let's go back to Visual Studio Code, and the same is true for Visual Studio. If I just drag these into here, and we're not going to go into Unity yet, we're just going to look at the file system. So we've moved these CS files, but we didn't move the meta files. Now actually, if we move these meta files by hand, then this we're not going to have the problem. Like if I just move these meta files into the gratuitous subfolder, and then I go to Unity, all of the scripts will still be here. So that's cool. And also, this isn't the solution to the problem. This is just showing how this works. And also, if we do our reorg from within Unity, then we also avoid the issue. So if I just take these scripts and I drag them into gratuitous subfolder, it's not going to have any problem because it's going to automatically drag the meta files for us. We've got Canvas script here, and if we go to player, we've got the click object script and the player movement script. But let's say we don't want to reorg in, let's say we've already reorged, right? So let's go, let's just check that that's got everything. Where's our script? We've got a Canvas script here, and then in player, we've got player movement and a check object. Right, now let's say we've already reorged. So we've moved a bunch of scripts around. Now we can recover this. Well, firstly, when I do this, so actually Unity is going to create these meta files for us, but it's not the right meta files. We need the original meta files back. Right, now you need those original meta files to do this recovery. So you're going to need to be running some sort of source system like GitHub. If you are using GitHub or some sort of a source control system, then we can get back the original meta files and we're saved. So here, if we're going to Git UI, and we can find all the original meta files, and we can just revert those. So if I do revert changes, I'm going to restore the original meta files, and we're going to like Finder or Explorer or whatever. We've now got the original files here, and I can just drag those into, and these have the right names, right? So let's say we want to fix the canvas one, we can drag the canvas into here and replace it, and that will fix the canvas one. All right, canvas is fixed, but player is not fixed, and we've now lost the meta files we just restored. But we can restore all of them, right? So we can take the click objects and the player movement and restore those. And then like we've got the name, so we can just say, okay, play movement, that goes to here, and click objects, okay, that goes to here. So now we can drag all our meta around, and then once we go into Unity, everything's working again. Now, one way to avoid this actually, so one way is just to move things from within Unity itself, but like a lot of the time we're busy in Visual Studio Code or whatever, and we don't want to have to switch into Unity to move these things around. We want to just drag them around within like Visual Studio Code. Now that's actually possible. I don't know how to do this in Visual Studio because I can't find the right settings, but I could show you how to do this in VS Code. If you go to VS Code, there's like a VS Code file folder, and inside that there's a settings.json. There's a line, well, there's a section here called files.include, and there's a line down here that excludes the meta files. If we comment that out, then now all the meta files are visible. Now we're free to reorg as we like, as long as we drag the meta files along with the actual files. So if I drag these into a gratuitous subfolder, and then I go into Unity, all my scripts are still okay. So we got a player movement, and we've got click objects. Cool, that's it.